All right, what's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another good recap, market outlet session over here. Actually, you know what? Today I'm going to actually post this on YouTube. It's been a while since I posted a YouTube video. So for my people that's on YouTube watching this, welcome back, man. Every Sunday we back with the market outlet session. For everybody that's in the Discord, everybody that's in the free chats, welcome. Today I'm gonna give y'all trades for really all three of them. I'm gonna go over Nas, I'm gonna go over US 30, and I'm gonna go over gold. Just going over everything I want to see for the week. Last week was pretty smooth. But as y'all know, that was MLP week, followed by holiday, followed by end of the month. Right? June is officially, I'm about to say June, yeah. June is officially over with. Now it's time to get into July price action. And starting off with the news, I might as well just hit this first because there's not even a lot of news coming out yet. I don't know if it's gonna be some updates later on, but for this week, literally two of the main days are gonna be Monday, 10 a.m. And then Tuesday, I can see being soft. But Wednesday, it's FOMC meeting minutes because usually this news in particular comes out with the fair rates. This is the first time I've seen it in a while where it came out without the fair rates. And then as I know, the following week is when we get into all the heavy hitters. But this week in particular, it seems like it's going to be a really chill week on the news standpoint. Let's really just hop right into it. So overall, where did we end up on Friday? So Thursday night, this was the last lowest point to form. So this is going to be our support for the week. And then Friday, this is where the high was at. And then right here, Tokyo's low. And then we have our key targets up here and here. So as you can see, regardless of if we're looking for buys or if we're looking for sales, you have a lot of volume that's getting ready to come to the charts. Like crazy volume. Like it's crazy like to think like this 1 4 candle. Look how far this market sold off. And that explains the reason why it sold off. And then now we're seeing that pullback. So actually, going based off my field strategy, I'm gonna want to look for a retest. I don't really I simple structure, like somewhere in the middle, right here, or even right here. Like it's two perspectives I want to look for. Market been selling off like selling. Market's been buying like crazy Thursday to Friday. So what I would love to see first is a sell retest back down here, and then we take by continuations back up into the upside. All right, so that'd be like my main what I would prefer to see. And then also, so like somewhere down here, and it doesn't. I'm not gonna say like, oh, we got to come back to retest here. I don't think it's gonna come back and retest here just yet. But I do want to see it sell off first, or even if Sunday if it gaps today and market starts off down here, we sell off somewhere down here, then we look for buying trees at least that's a Friday's high. This would be my preference. Sell off here, say buys off his back to the highs. Now, if we can't get what I want, if we can't get that, the other option would be where's the next previous lower high structure. And as you can see, it's right here. So it's either we're going to look for buy breakouts up into this upside, and then we're going to look for sell continuations back to the downside. Why am I supposed to sell continuations? 4 hour will drop. This is a key liquidity area, so we can see literally once price push back up. If it fails to close above 30,000, which I doubt it's going to do anyway. So this can go like thinking it should hit this price and then literally tank up back to the downside. And actually, I'll just give you this setup right now. This will be basically what I look for. Even if there's like a, let's say this happens, let's say Tokyo market buys, it's slow buys all the way throughout the night. Let's say even into New York, I doubt that it pushed this practice like price. I'm expecting it to really just hit and just reject. But let's say New York session happen, open bell, one fake breakout. Once the market phase breakout, the moment it closes back under, we take sales. Trying to get rid of that. That looks so terrible. So buy break, buy Sunday, all the way back up to the highs. If it holds into New York, it's probably gonna fade buy, manipulate, and then come back and sell here during lower highs for a pullback, and then continue to mud off. That's option one. Another option, what I can see is if it buys throughout Tokyo Sunday night, and actually I'm gonna give us a buy sell too. So there's gonna be this sell setup I'm giving out right now. Um, and then TP options would this would be a full swing, but y'all wouldn't need all that. This would be like TP one. It's 1,200 pips or 120 points if you're trading futures. And actually, starting this week, I am about to go based off of just future points from here on out as well. Anyway, because majority of y'all trade futures, I trade futures now. So there's not really no real reason for me to just go based off of the pips. We can just go based off the futures contracts. So we're gonna go TP1 here, TP2, and then TP3, 4, we just got to the zone. So this is trade option one. Right. So let me go ahead and download this. Discord members, y'all will see this in the premium chat. And then if you're in the free chat, like I said, y'all get access to this anyway today because I'm recording it for you too. Now, flip side though, I'll give you another scenario. This happens sometimes too. If we come up here doing New York tomorrow, there's a lot of times where even though we supposed to have sell setups off of key levels, sometimes for some reason the market go bullish for the day, right? So Monday can be a bullish day to retest this high. And then once it comes here, Tuesday, Tokyo, going into New York tomorrow, that's when we see the sell-offs. So that's another perspective. And then the same thing how I just did that just now. Let's say it does break this high, you'll go here, sell entry here, lower high, if you want to look for the lower high entry, and just pay attention to what price is showing you. If it's respecting the zone, yeah, okay, cool. We don't look for sell-offs. It's respecting the zone. Maybe it's the trend is reversing, it's going bullish, create higher highs and higher lows. If it breaks through, or if it fails to create a higher high and still creates lower high structures, then we know the sales coming back inside here. And then at this point, this is really no man's land. Like you have a range of where you can set your target at. It just depends on if you're paying attention to the charts or like what exactly are you looking for. So I just gave y'all one sell play. Another one obviously will be up here. I'm not gonna make this video too long, so let me stop trying to like get out the trades. Here, this entry up here, nice sell entry, or this entry right here, that's gonna be the two sell plays I'm gonna give y'all. Um, Later on today in our chat, I will give y'all buy setups if it does break up the zone for us, and then also if it doesn't break up the zone and it decides to sell first like I want, I'll give y'all sell plays going back here, and then vice versa, I'll give y'all buy plays off of here anyway, because those are my main key levels. So let me repeat for Nas, what am I looking for? Well, my preference would be sell off here tonight, take buys back up to here, get a potentially look for breakouts, or if not, that's cool, take buys to here, and then we'll just take sales looking at what the market give us. That's option one. Option two, if it does decide to break out the zone, it's going to come up into here, push this area, and then sell off or pull back. If it happens during London, and most likely isn't going to break, it's just going to hit this price and then sell off or pull back. And then during New York, we'll look for a continuation or recess back to the structure. And then from there, like I said, if it's going to manipulate how it usually does, it's going to buy on Monday. Then Tuesday night, we're going to see this setup play right down to the downside. That's it. That's what I'm going to look for this week on odds. So then obviously, if anything changes, like I said, I will just update y'all in the chats. And then we'll just adjust based off of what the price is showing us. But overall, like that's clean trades. I ain't gonna lie. Like if I had to wait, cool. I could wait for the retest up here. Cool. I could wait for the retest right here. I could take the buy if I want to. You won't need to. I get this retest, cool. I buy here. If for whatever reason, and no all the way back here, it's obvious what we're doing when we get here. Look, took off the buys here, took off the buys here, double bottom, double bottom, double bottom, lock off, strong wick. We're gonna buy when we get down here. Simple. All right. So that's officially the end for MQ, aka NOS 100. Let's slide over here to US 30. US 30 is a little bit different because we are at all-time highs. Market has continued uh, bullish this past week. Eventually, I will love to see a retracement, but it probably won't come until not this week, but next week when the bigger play news drops. So these are all my key levels that I'm looking at over here in US 30 as day chart levels. So right now, none of this matters because we're not nowhere near it. So let's get a little bit closer to like what the market is showing us on this past week. So I kind of want to go back to Monday's area. So this was the last Sunday support. And then this was the high. All right, now we're getting some. These are our mini supports in between. I'm not gonna count this one. It is one, but I'm gonna use this as like a retest on our area. This is how we're gonna play it. All right. So at one point, this was the high, aka the previous resistance. That's the reason why we saw the wicks here. Market pushed up, sold off, pulled back perfectly on our fibs. Continuation for the breakout. Now we got our high. We made a lower high and dropped. Here's a retest on another lower high. So really, we potentially could be looking for a sell-off, but we're gonna wait. What my preference? I want to see it push here and bounce for a clean buy entry to here. And then from there, we look for that break right onto this structure. And then once we get here, this is the area that I would like to take buys off of. And now that I'm looking at it, I guess technically we could talk about this structure right here. But like I said, if it comes here later on the weekend in chat, I'll talk about it then. But for right now, this area here, and then this breakout, this lower high entry setup here to here will be clean. So like, it can be, it's so funny. You can take it here, but it'll be something like this. Stop loss will be above the high. And then how many pips is this? It should be more than 1,200. Okay. So this would be TP1. And then this would be like my second TP that I'd set for myself. And then it's crazy because like it flips, right? So let me down at that too. But it flips because it's like, okay, cool. This is just a retest entry for the buy continuation. So after this sell play, this becomes the area that I'll look for the buy off of, like stop loss. And then I'm flipping. And then the target is still back to that same neckline just to confirm if it's already gonna sell off or if it's gonna break out again for the buys. Because if it breaks, okay, cool, you can hold. But if it don't, then take sales off of this structure, and then we look for the full retest down here. But even this straight right here, clean trade to take. So let me download that and say that. Put it in the chat later. I'm trying to think. So yeah, this will be the first push for buys, another 1,200, 2,500. After the retest, if you want to take the same sell so I gave that earlier, that's still clean. And then we're gonna lift the target the same low. If not, at bare minimum here, officially really I want to see it come take out these lows right here. And then if it does melt here, okay, we'll just talk about it when we get to that. But as of right now, I'm gonna go based off of like where are my current, like what's the closest levels that it has a higher probability of hitting. And who knows? All this could be wrong. Not wrong, but all this could just be, it doesn't matter. Because for all we know, I open, it can literally just come here. And if it comes here first, we need to see a rejection and a lower high. Then we take the trade. We're not gonna set at the top because we don't know what the market gonna do. It can just continue to go for higher highs and higher lows. Don't try to be a hero. Try to time when the reverse is gonna happen. Because that's how you're gonna get cooked. That's how you're gonna lose unnecessary money when you don't have to. So if we're in New York, then that changes things a little bit. But tonight in particular, I wouldn't really trust trying to sell off of this structure just yet. Now, if we start doing this, okay, that's your entry. These are your areas that we need to enter, but not just strictly off the high. Just think about it. Everybody's going to be looking to sell right here, which means this is going to be a stop loss on area where the market might pump up, click everybody out, and then all of a sudden it dumps in reverse. for the buys. I mean, the sales, my fault. Something like that. I think I spent that pretty good, but I'm gonna repeat it just in case. So, what am I looking for? Four resets back to this higher low. After here, we're gonna look for buys back up to the structure. If it fails to break, we take sales back down to here, and then potentially looking for the break down to here. All right, so just off along on this area to here, 2,500 pips. If it breaks, it's a 4,000 pips trade. 400 point, 150 point move, right? And then for the buys, this will be my buy area, and also this will be my buy area. So like if you don't want to take the sales, if you just want to go for the buy setup, cool. Let market retest here, let it show that it's creating support, take buys here into that same structure. If it sells up again, cool. You wait to retest the next higher lows, and you just keep executing, take buys off of these support structures. That's simple. Don't gotta make it harder than what it needs to be. Just keep it simple as much as possible. Like this area right here will be a buyer that I look for later on in the week or by Tuesday if it gets it to us. And then last but not least, let's talk about gold. This is one of my favorite pairs to trade at the beginning and end of the month because it always give us big swing opportunities. Like it's like at the end of the month, it's like it's flushing out all the profits or all the if people taking profit, people entering in their positions just to set the time. Overall, like you said, I think at the beginning of the month, I talked about how overall we're essentially in our downturn. Gold is a pair that's known to be bullish, and now we're in our pullback phase. So now we're trying to figure out when is the pullback over with, and when is it actually going to be ready to continue for the trend moves, right? So all we need for that confirmation is higher lows to form. But here we're getting lower highs, but momentum is starting to die down because this was the low of the year. Market pushed, took off, sold back, created a bottom right in the same area. Now here we go, still trying to push away back from the low of the year. So this month is going to be interesting to see who will go break these structures. Like, can they push above here? And can it really come back to retest this structure? This is what I'm interested at. Full body push up into this area. And then even honestly, if it can come up into here, this should be cool too. But we won't know until the next 2 weeks, or at least by the end, the next 2 weeks. We'll see how it's playing. But for right now, if I had to go like, oh, hey, what are you looking for this week? I don't care about the month. We care about what's going on this week on the charts. I want to see sales. Right. So we're approaching the previous low high structure. I'm expecting gold to follow the trend, which means it can push up into here. It can push up into here. And then after we get that retest, I want to see a sell push back down to this structure. And then we could look for the continuation. Or if it fails to create a high, now we're getting another lower high set up. We're gonna watch price slowly do this. It's the same thing that you're seeing over here. Slowly push, pull back, slowly buy, slowly. Only thing that's making it like, okay, cool, it can be bullish right now is we're on a 4 hour, right? So we're looking at the 4 hour time frame. This area right here is where the trend changed. My fault. I've been using the green one this entire time, but look. So he was bearish, bearish, bearish. Sideways market, broke structure. Broke previous lower high, broke previous lower high right here. Higher low. Now we want to tap this high. If it can't break, then we sell it. And all we're gonna do is take our sell plays out to here. We're gonna go right back to here. And then we're gonna look to buy right out that structure. And if it can push up here and break the high, then cool. We look to target these highs. If it can't, then we look for sales. Like, I mean, this buy entry is just a scalp. Great. We caught 200 points, 400 points, however much it is. And then we'll look for sell continuations, seeing if it's going to break and come back here. But once again, retest the support structure at the bare minimum. Now, a trade I can give y'all, let's drop down to the lower time frames. I know Sundays go like to gap. Honestly, I think I'm gonna wait to give y'all just. I'm gonna just give y'all a main move. When y'all look, this will be my buy area. Stop loss will have to be like under the zone. It's kind of a steep stop loss. So you have to either size down or make yours tighter if you want. But this will be like roughly a hard stop loss that I was having myself. And then targets here, here, here. Here's the standard 300 pip move or 300 point move. Obviously, for all the big moves, eventually I will want to see a full retest up to here. And this is what my main move that I can look for. And then for the sales, you can see on the 1 hour, I'll go create like a head and shoulders pattern here. So I want to see over here, kind of like the same thing, but let me see. Let me zoom out a little bit so I can see it. I was right there. That's cool. Here, lower highs, selection. So this would be like my angle entry area here. Stop loss above the high. And then same play, like I said, eventually take it fully back to the zone right here, or just paying attention to what the structure is at the time like that. I don't feel like swing trading, cool. Scout, day trade, 200, 400 point move, great. I do feel like swing trading, get ready to hold for the bigger move back down to here. Also, keep in mind, if price cannot, if we take the sell right here and it comes here, if it cannot break, understand that it's creating higher lows. Higher low, higher low, higher low. That means the market is bullish. And that even though you want to look for sales, it might not be time to look for sales just yet. And go can continue to push and break out above these highs. So for today, honestly, as a Sunday, as I'm recording this, I wouldn't be mad at looking like if it gap for the sales, I wouldn't mind taking buys like around here. Stop loss tight. And then I target 4180, 4190. And then I'm looking at the highs to the left. I was about to give y'all some game. I'm not gonna give y'all that yet. I'm gonna say that. I think I probably did before actually. And then if it break up, so TB1, TB2, if it break up the zone, then we can talk about holding up until here. I'm not gonna hold it too long, just because obviously I would want to. I told y'all my main analysis is once we get up here, I'm looking for sales anyway. This buy entry, this buy trade in general should just be like a manipulation. Like this, if it pushes here, this is clearly a manipulation to look everybody stop loss out, or like even if it come up here, stop loss 100, and then you're gonna see go slow down and then start getting ready to sell. Like, watch. Telling you right now, it's gonna do something like this, something like this, something like this. Push out manipulation. It's gonna be a strong sell candle. It's gonna slowly pull back. It's gonna boom, just like that. Simple, simple. All right, this video is literally sitting at 22, 23 minutes right now. Hopefully you guys gained some value. Of course, obviously I know y'all did. If you enjoyed it, leave a like for me, leave a comment. If you have any questions, again, if not, for all my students, I'll catch y'all over in the Discord. Peace out.